When you're answering the first question, when I asked you if homeschoolers can go to varsity, you said yes. There was a short answer, and then there was also a long answer. Now, can you just walk us through how do homeschoolers prepare for tertiary level? Like when I say that, I mean like when should they start? What do they do? What preparations do they need to to make or to, I don't know, like how do we
Okay.
prepare for tertiary?
So you need to first find out what your child loves doing. Okay.
Okay.
Because if your child loves photography and wants to go to film school, it's going to have
Mm.
different requirements to, say, the child that wants to do computer science at a
Okay.
university. So you have to know what your child wants to do. And then,
Mm.
so you have a high school plan. Basically, your child's going to do a bit of maths, bit of English, bit of everything. And we
Yes.
continue with that all the way through school. But
Mm.
then they start to almost channel towards their passions. And you go
Mm.
with them for that journey. So if your child really wants to go to university, well, then look what are the university requirements for that child. So, or if
Mm.
they want to go to college, what does the college require of them? So you
Mm.
still give them the education, but now in the last few steps, you also channel towards what the requirements are. So, for
Mm.
instance, if your child wants to go to university, most universities, if you phone the application office, will say, oh no, we do not accept um, homeschool students, which is rubbish. They do, but it doesn't fit on the form. You actually have to
Yeah.
speak to a person.
Yes.
So then
Yes.
there are ways around it. It's not as smooth as if your child got 6 A's from a trick and sent their form in and got all the boxes ticked. It's a little bit harder, but it's not impossible.
Mm.
So most universities here require you to do some sort of matric. So you don't have to do a CAPS matric, and my kids
Okay.
haven't, but you
Okay.
can do GEDs or SATs, which are the American version. That's what I've done with my children. Some people change to Cambridge
Okay.
um, in high school, but that wouldn't work for us. That sort of one-on-one intensity wouldn't work with a family with so many kids all doing their own thing.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, we just carried on with the school we were doing, and I
Mm.
made sure that we covered as much as we could. So, basic language,
Yeah.
vocabulary, maths, all the
Yeah.
basics. Um,
Mm.
and then when they got to like grade 11, let them write their GEDs, and then matric, just write the SATs. We didn't specifically study for them. It's just in that year, I got them practice exam papers. You go online, you sign them up, they write the exams, they're done, boom. And you can send those results to the matric board and get a matric certificate. And that's how they got into college. So we looked at the college they want to go to, and we said, what are the requirements? And they said matric whatever. So we looked at the matric board. Yes, you can do SATs and translate that to a matric. It's all good. So you can do
Okay.
it. But you
Okay.
need to do a bit of work to get there. But
Yeah.
surely, if you're going to varsity, you should do a bit of work. You should do your research. You should. I mean, that's a natural homeschooler way of thinking.
Yeah.
How would I homeschool high school? You'd research it. Well, how's my kid going to go to varsity? You're going to research it. So just research it and their ways. And your child might not want to go to varsity. Your child might be really passionate about making films. Send them to film school. What are the requirements? Do they need an art portfolio? Well, then make sure they get that done. Um,
Mm.
if they want to go to drama school, make sure
Yes.
they've done literature or languages. Make sure they go online and do some online courses and get the skills. Job shadow. So many
Yes.
kids say, oh, I want to be an engineer, but they don't actually know what an engineer does. It just sounds good. So
Yeah.
then what sort of an engineer do you want to be? So find an engineer and go out for coffee. My one boy wanted to do law. And so he went for coffee with a lawyer, and the guy said to him, come, you can come to court with me and you can watch what happens. He loved it. That went straight, okay, this is really what I want to do.
Exactly
So,
what I want.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got to find ways, your child, if they want to be like I'm just giving you examples, but if your child, for instance, wants to be a sports scientist, well, send them
Yeah.
to sports science to job shadow. You can do that and let them
Yeah.
find out, oh, this is what it's about. This I love, or actually, I hate it. And my one child said, I love talking to people. I could talk to people all day. I'm going to be a psychologist. And we got the textbook and this book and that book, and they started working. And then they realized, oh, hang on, you have to listen to people talking all day. That's not the same thing. No, that's not
You're
for
not
them.
talking. You're listening.
Okay, so you've got to let them try things. That's what high school's about. It's a journey. Let them try things. Let them meet people. They should meet a different career person all the time. Every opportunity. Wow, have you met this person? They do this. They might not even know that's something they can do. So
Yeah. I like how you're phrasing it. It's not a general thing. So I can't say if I've done my exercise with my firstborn that it's gonna be the same with all of them. So I have to look at each and every child and see what they're interested in. I like that. I like that. So it's tailor made for one person, and I like that. That's
yeah.
the whole point of homeschooling.
I think
So I
it is, especially in high school
yeah.
they have I'm probably answering your questions ahead. But in high school, when you homeschool, the school takes a short time.
Mm,
It doesn't take 8 hours a day,
mm,
2, 3 hours, and they're done. But that means there's still a lot of hours in the day for them to
yes.
go and do the stuff they love doing and get better at that and explore that. And I think
Mm,
that gives them an advantage over children in school that are spend a lot of time doing busy work
mm,
and they don't have as much experience maybe to discover what careers are there or discover what they like doing. If you've got a child that loves fixing cars and he's sitting in school, he's not going to fix a lot of cars. But if your homeschool kid knows, oh, the guy down the block is fixing a car at 10 this morning, they will finish their school and be gone. So
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
that opportunity for them to do more and find
Mm,
out the things they love.
wow. That is beautiful, and I like that because most people finish school, we're not even sure what you want to do. Then you go to
No
varsity,
idea.
and few years in there, you're like, I don't like this thing. Then you change again. So I like what you're saying that as early as teenagers, as early as high school, they must um, assess what they like and do their research to see if
Yeah.
you want to do this is where you need to study and what are the requirements. And then they're working towards a goal. So not like just working, just doing everything, a little bit of everything, and just hoping for the best that one day I'll be something. So I really like that.